CBS 5 Morning News.
It's the hottest item on newsstands today, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And this year, the second year that Kate Upton is the cover model. And joining us this morning is Kate and MJ Day, the editor for this year's issue. Of course, good morning, ladies. And Kate, we're going to start with you. The SI swimsuit issue has been very good for you. And what a year you've had. Can you real quickly sum up 2012 for us?
Oh, wow, it's such a whirlwind. You know, Sports Illustrated did so much for my career, and it was crazy. I wasn't able to really appreciate how much they can actually launch someone, and that really shows the power of the franchise. I mean, now this year they send the girls to all 7 continents, all around the globe.
Well, here's a little known fact for our viewers. You're the only manager in baseball to have won a World Series and an Olympic gold medal. Now, speaking of the World Series, current D-backs manager Kirk Gibson, you remember this guy,
Yes.
right? Okay, here we go. Was with the Dodgers, and he hit one of the most famous home runs in baseball. This, of course, game-winning shot in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. It was 25 years ago this season.
25 years ago. Wow, I can't believe that.
Can you believe that? And Gibby was hurt at the time. So what made you, of course, go to the bench to pull Gibby in?
I tried every inning to see if he can come out and do something, and he would say no. Finally, the clubhouse kid, Mitch Poole, says, "Hey, Tommy, Gibson wants to see you." So I go over there, and he's got his uniform on. He said, "I can hit for you." And that was enough for me. And when I got him up there, he did just exactly what I wanted him to do, was hit that ball out of the ballpark.
And here he is, our manager, of course, for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
And a great manager. He's a great manager and a great human being. You know, he played for me, and it was just a pleasure having him play for me because he had the heart, the desire, and the will to win.
Kurt, are you ready? I've got a ratings grabber for you. Okay, this is going to take you over the top. A moment for you to profile. You getting back into the NFL this year, connecting with Larry Fitzgerald for Super Bowl 48 and winning that big moment for Arizona. Do you think it might happen?
I do not think it was going to happen, but it would be fun if it played out like that. If you could guarantee me that I could go back and win the Super Bowl, I may think about it, but no, I don't think that's happening, Paul.
All right, we can always dream, Kurt. All right, well, what's your take on, of course, the new coach, Bruce Arians, and, of course, the addition of Carson Palmer?
You know, I love Coach Arians and the attitude that he brings.
You're starting smart with the best conversation in the Valley. CBS 5 Morning News.
Welcome back to the CBS 5 Morning News, and we're at Radiator Springs, inside probably one of the coolest attractions here. And this guy right here, Kevin Rafferty, has probably got one of the most killer jobs.
I do.
Okay, Imagineer. And tell everybody the details of your gig there, Kevin.
Oh my goodness, I'm responsible for helping to create Disney attractions like the one we're on now, Radiator Springs Racers, which is going to take us into the world of cars.
It is awesome. How did you get this job?
Oh, it's a long story. I actually started washing dishes at Disneyland and worked my way up from there, and now I'm creating these wonderful attractions. It's such an honor to be doing this, Paul.
You know, as we look at some video of this great attraction, it almost feels like, Kevin, we're driving through the mountains, the high country in Arizona.
It's very much so, yeah.
Whoa! Okay! The detail's incredible. And explain how you guys came up with that idea.
Well, we actually went through Arizona, and it's going to get very loud and noisy in here, Paul. We went through Arizona, and we were inspired by the rocks and the many places, Two Guns and Tucumcari, and a lot of the places in the state, which helped us, provide the inspiration for the design.
Yeah. Very cool. You know, and then you, growing up, you were a part of, your family took you through Route 66.
Right, on road trips, yeah.
And, the history of Route 66. What I like about Radiator Springs, I mean, they have the souvenir shops, they have the classic teepee style of hotels out there.
Right.
And, one thing about the Cars movie, it did inspire for you this, but you guys had to come up with a detail.
We did. We got to do a lot of it.
Where are we right now? Jeez!
We're getting chased. We got to come up with a lot of the storytelling that took place in the buildings, inspired by many of the curio shops and souvenir shops on Route 66, as well as this town of Radiator Springs we're in right now.
Wow.
this is very neat. Yeah, we're riding right through the town. And, hey, well, look at this. The detail here is incredible,
yeah,
too.
all the car characters have come to life for us. And now we're going to go in and get our tires changed. Check this out.
Okay,
It's
I'm
really
ready.
a blast. There's Luigi.
Luigi! Yes, nice to see ya!
See Blackwall tires? Watch this.
Looking good.
Now we're getting our tires changed. White wall tires.
High five for this.
Hey, white wall tires.
Are you ready for the grand opening tomorrow?
I am. I'm so
Okay.
ready. It's going to be so much fun. We have such a great land here with great characters, and people are going to have so much fun, Paul. I can't wait.
All right. Well, you know, get ready for a big lineup of people. But, you know, the technology for this is over the top, too.
Oh, it's very sophisticated. This is a huge epic scale attraction filled with many characters and different ride vehicles that do different things at different times. Especially like we're about to race right now.
Here we go. Are you
So,
ready?
here we go.
Okay, as we start our engines
Here
here.
we go.
Come on out to Radiator Springs and check out racers. Okay, thank you. All right, Kevin Rafferty, the coolest job on the planet. More of the CBS 5 Morning News will continue right after this.
We were invited to the Pink Plant in North Phoenix, a great facility out there, and got a chance to interview Masters champ Bubba Watson. And I asked him if the big win has sunk in yet.
No.
No?
Every day it's something new. You know, it probably won't sink in until I have to give the green jacket up next year. You know, but it's a learning experience. It's every day is something new. Something comes up, some new adventure, some new chance to do something that I've never been able to do. So it's been fun. So I'm learning every day about how crazy it was to actually win it.
Tell everybody what brings you here to North Phoenix. You got the employees in the distance. Gang, what do you think of Bubba Watson? And of course, that check right there is a symbol of what took place today. Tell everybody about that.
You know, it's a dream of mine to be a part of a big charity. And for me, a small town guy from Baghdad, Florida, named Bubba, I had a dream to raise $1 million. And for Ping, from other sponsors, to step up and be a part of this, I had a dream to not only give my money, but also get the other communities involved. Ping here in North Phoenix, that $250,000 is going to go to a local charity here in town, or many local charities here in town.
Well, and let's talk about the magic of this club. Can you believe sales since the big win with this Pink Club? How did it come about?
You know, again, it was my dad passed away of cancer. We know a lot of people that have passed away of cancer. You know, cancer is a tough one, and so for me, I wanted to do Pink. I wanted to get people involved with charities, especially fighting cancers. We broke it down to him and told him exactly why and what I think is going to happen and what could happen if they sell these drivers. And he's like, he got on board, but he didn't want to sell the drivers because he didn't know if it would sell. And then they decided to do it, and then a week later I won the Masters. So all this just working together produced $250,000.
You've taken a little time off. How has time off been with your family? And of course, your adopted son.
It's been great. He started smiling, and
Anytime you bring him up.
The Masters win was good, but having a son is much better.
Yeah, I'm sure amazing.
It was a tough 4 years, battling through, trying to get a son. To get a son and try to play good golf. I just sit home and watch him. He started smiling about 2 weeks ago. So it's a big joy, even though sometimes he messes up his diaper pretty bad, but you get over that real quick because you realize how important that little life is.
Well, I read, right before the Masters, you changed 3 diapers. Have you changed a little bit more than that since the Masters?
Before the Masters, they were all what I call pee-pee diapers, and after the Masters, I thought Masters champ would let me get out of it, but somehow it didn't, and Mom needed breaks, so I had to change some pretty good ones.
What are some of your favorite things about Arizona?
Well, the Phoenix Suns. Right off the bat, I love basketball. My wife played professional basketball. The golf courses are unbelievable. During the winter here, you can't beat this weather for practicing golf during the winter.
doubt.
These golf courses around here are amazing. They it seems like everyone you go to, no matter if you heard it or you've never heard of it, it's always a good track. It's always a good test of golf.
Well, good deal, and thanks for bringing a win to the Valley. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bubba Watson. Come on, look at that, look at that, look at that. know, how real is that guy?
And he's just so humble.
Unbelievable.
That's what makes him so lovable.
It was so cool. You know, the Pink plant up in North Phoenix has been there for many years,
Yeah,
and they have
yeah.
about 800 employees. He's just walking around, and he, you know, when he's here in the Valley, he has a home here in the Valley. He'll just show up randomly, just because he wants to see the process of how the
Yeah.
golf clubs are being built, and you know, he was just treating everybody like, you know, everyday people. It was just a wonderful thing to see.
I love the
So.
story of his adopted son not
Yeah.
giving up the fight to become parents and saying, it's okay, we're going to go ahead and adopt. And that's kind of a cool story for others who might be going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Other
Very
couples.
touching. Very touching.
Did you get to see the General Lee? Because he purchased
No,
the General
I didn't
Lee, right?
get a chance. The General Lee is in the shop, and I guess it's getting enhancements so it can get a little faster speeds here and there. And who knows? Maybe we'll see him jumping some, you know, mountainsides around here or something, going four-wheeling. It'd be
To
kinda
come
good.
to the car wash.
Well, that would
Paul's
be
Car
really good.
Wash.
I'd love that. I'd love that. And everybody asked me too how Bubba got his name. I've had that question 3 times yesterday.
And
his father wanted him to become a football player. And he looked like a football player. He was this big husky kid. And lo and behold, he said, "You're going to be a Bubba. I could just see it now."
You got a feeling.
And then he took him golfing, and he went, "Wait a minute, this young kid's got a lesson." The craziest thing, he has never had a coach before. Never been coached. Unreal.
Sometimes
All right.
there's just that raw talent.
We are lucky to
That's
have him in
pretty
the
cool.
Valley. All right, well, coming up, we got the 5 things you need to know, and of course, your weather and traffic. We'll be back right after this.